I don't normally shoot unboxing videos of things, but I think I'm going to want to on this one because check out the condition that this thing's condition is in. This is as it showed up. I don't actually know what this is. I mean, I could take a guess based on the size of the box what this is, but nothing that I have ordered on eBay is even remotely close to being here according to the tracking. It'd be kind of nice if any of that was actually remotely close to accurate these days, but it's not, and the post office being on strike didn't help. But, yeah, I have a strong feeling that what's in here didn't survive. And if it is what I think it is, like I said, I can take a guess based on the size of the box. It didn't work to start with. It did need some help, but, now it's going to need even more help. So let's see if I can actually get this apart. I don't know what you can see. It almost doesn't even matter. Because this is completely wrecked. Oh, they actually did take my boxes out this last week. That's amazing. Usually people don't, and then they complain. Why is there so many boxes out here? Well, it's because if you'd actually thought, maybe the ones that are sitting with nothing in them are maybe ones that should be going up. Anyway, this is Alright, well, yeah, that's probably what I think it is. It's what's left. Okay, let me see if I can maybe put that down a little bit more. Oh, you're going to be looking at the green. Focus on that, please. You're going to be looking at the bin. Sorry, it's not much I can do. I wasn't expecting it to have arrived in such terrible condition, so I didn't anticipate making a video. Like I said, I'm not going to attempt a power on. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, I might take it a little hard if this actually is completely destroyed. Even though I shouldn't. Let me see if I can cut off some of this bubble wrap. It's better than packing peanuts, but I kind of wish people would use better bubble wrap than this. This stuff sucks. That's a pain. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, the cover's kind of coming off. If you thought it looks like an IBM PC, you'd be right. Is that actually? Yeah, that is what it is. But it's kind of a rare bird. Kind of an extremely rare bird. I'll probably never find another one. Let me see if I can get this out. I think you've seen all that there is to see with that. There's what's left of the box. And the packaging materials. I guess, in all, it's really not the worst packaging job I've ever seen. Which maybe I made it sound like it was. Honestly, it could be worse. It could have been a whole lot worse, but I'm just amazed. Given what I saw, because I watched the guy actually drop it off, who, by the way, didn't even bother to ring the bell, probably just set it down, took a picture, and then left. You know, it's no wonder people get all their shit stolen. Oh, was that a bad word? Did I offend anybody by saying that? Anyway, like I said, it's no wonder that people get their stuff stolen. Because they don't bother to... They don't even ring doorbells anymore. They don't knock. They don't do anything. They just kind of leave it there. So... But yeah, this is probably not the right kind of box to ship something like that in. Now, what is it? I'm sure everybody's asking that question. And again, when I'm ready to actually work on it, I will work on it, but I'm not ready yet. I have a lot of things that I need to take care of before I come even close to this, two of which you can see down there. But this is, like I said, an extremely rare beast indeed. It is an IBM Personal Computer XT Model 286, or a 5162. And I got one hell of a deal on this. I don't even think I left an offer. I think the seller actually just sent me an offer for it. It's got an EGA card in it, which I don't think is original. I do want to check that battery because, yeah, the older systems didn't have a battery, but these newer ones did. The XT, I don't think the XT had a battery. I know the AT did. It's not rusted on or anything, so that's good. I don't know, is there a battery actually? Oh, there is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I want to get that screw out so that doesn't fall. I probably should not be touching this with my bare hands, but yeah, it hasn't leaked. Is that an original IBM battery? It must be. It's got a replacement part number on it. Guarantee sticker. Yeah, that's amazing that that didn't leak. I was concerned based on what that looked like. I kind of wonder how it got like that. But what I've been told about this machine, which is missing all but one of the rear screws, so I'll have to find replacements for those. What I was told is that it does not power on. There is a power supply issue, or maybe a tantalum capacitor on the motherboard issue. I don't know. Like I said, it'll be a while probably before I get to this. I saw it, I put it on my watch list, the seller offered me a screaming deal, and I decided, you know what, I better take it, because I'm probably not going to find another one ever. Because when I say they're rare birds, they're rare birds. I think I have only ever seen one other on eBay in my entire life. I have never seen one in person other than this one. So, but yeah, it's here. Sorry, this video is really not all that informative. I'm debating whether to upload it to the main channel or the video log channel, but I thought I would document that awful packaging job and maybe use it as an opportunity to rant and rave about terrible packaging and terrible shipping companies and terrible this and terrible that, because that's bad, man. Like, that should never have happened. Like, it should never come to that, you know? I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad that it arrived in what looks like one piece. I'm sure the hard drive and the floppy drive are beyond junk, but those are replaceable. In fact, I'm debating whether or not I want to put like a CF card adapter in that as opposed to the hard drive. Might be something worth experimenting with. I don't know. I'm a sucker for spinning rust, if you have not seen my videos before. But yeah, there's a time and a place for those things. So if it works, I may keep it original, but I really do not believe for a moment that hard drives survived shipping, so I think it's an ST225. I don't know. I should pull the cover. I really should. Maybe I will. You know what? Let's pull the cover. Alright, here it is. Covered off. Now, you can see here, there's the RAM. And it looks like, no, it's not entirely. I don't know why somebody did this. They took all the, excuse me, all the cables and just kind of dumped them in here. This does have 16-bit slots, so that's neat. This, I believe, is just a standard serial parallel. That card is loose. I'll have to tighten that down. That is not the original power supply. This did come from the United States, did it? Or did it come from overseas? I'm starting to question that. I think it was domestic. Well, domestic as in it was not shipped via boat or a plane. That I believe is, yep, that's a 1.2 meg. Usually the dead giveaway is that there's a star on the front, like right underneath there if it's a 360K. That's fine, I don't really need 360K. Looks like the RAM is fully populated. That's good, because that can be a pain to deal with on these, from what I've heard. That hard drive, it says Type 20 AT on it. Sorry, Type 2, 20 megabytes AT. So that's manufactured for IBM Corporation. It is a Seagate drive. It's almost certainly an ST225 or a similar model. Those are bulletproof, but again, you know, considering the condition this thing's condition was in, it's, sorry, the box, kind of hard to guess whether or not it actually worked. I don't believe this is the original power supply. I mean, it might be. But normally you'd see some kind of, like, IBM branding on it. I can't read what that sticker says. CEAG? I don't know. It does have an IBM part number on it, so maybe it is the original power supply. Hard to say, but what I can tell you is that before this has anything done with it, it's going to go somewhere warm, where it is going to warm up, and these cables won't be so stiff, because these are going to be impossible to deal with. Yeah, again, I don't know why somebody would have done what they did with this. And yeah, I know you're not supposed to put it on top of the floppy drive, but it'll be fine, you know? Yeah, this wasn't... Okay, I know why they did it. This was done from the factory. But I don't know why the previous owner would have just pulled them all out and done what they did with it. I'm glad they left them, because finding those cables might have been a pain, but anyway, that's the original IBM fixed disc adapter. That's what it looks like anyway. And this is an EGA card. Probably not IBM. Hercules. Is it an EGA card? I was told it was an EGA card. It might actually just be a Hercules monographics card. Which is fine. I'd be perfectly okay with that. Because I don't really have an EGA monitor, and I'll probably never find one. But, yeah, so I have to put the cover back on that. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think the cover screws on these older systems are 832 thread. Or at least 832 pitch. Or, I guess 832 size. I don't know what the thread pitch really is, but it looks like they're coarse threaded. So that's pretty good. I actually might have a line on these. So, we bought some screws for work. We bought 632s, which are the standard PC size, and they sent us 832s instead. So if that's what those are, then great. I've got a line on some screws for this thing. So, and I suppose if not, I'll figure out what they are, and I'll buy a set, because you can get them on places like DigiKey. You can order them in bulk, and it's pretty cheap. So that might not be so bad. It looks like the floppy drive is unplugged. Again, I don't know what would have possessed somebody to do that, but I suppose if they were in the process of maybe trying to source a replacement power supply, that makes a little bit of sense. And I may just do that as a matter of course for this, is just source a replacement power supply and fix this one later. But it could always be one of these little tantalum capacitors on the board that is raring to explode, because that's what they do. Anyway, I'm putting the cover back on this. I'm shutting this video off. I've talked for long enough. I guess this is a sneak peek of sorts at an upcoming vintage computer feature within the next, hopefully, year. When it's warmer, because I'm certainly not working on it in the cold. That's not a nice thing to do to these. So, some point, eventually, in the timeline of this channel's existence, this will get looked at, and it will have something done with it. And that will be cool, right? I hope so. But it seems like people only watch my computer videos when it's about computers that are straight up garbage, you know. the stuff that's too old to be useful but too new to be vintage. Nobody really cares about any of the vintage computer videos. And that didn't used to be the case. It's really kind of too bad that's the way that it is. I don't think there's 2 hard drives in this. I think there is only 1. It's a pretty normal setup for that. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below.